football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing is McDonald. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of... ...10 yards, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
In second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Back to Dillon on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down and 7. From the gun, it's Dillon. Dillon a 1st down and more. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and start shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very 1st quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From midfield, here's Rodgers. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team, but he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Darren Ward, 32 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we'll tie our score here this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, Philadelphia.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
83 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Brings up second and 2.
They go play action with McDonald. Steps away. His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. McDonald sets to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. They've got his man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Claypool with another catch. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He will push his way down to about the 14. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
From the gun, it's McDonald. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
McDonald. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They give it to Williams, running right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This is caught by Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Oh, some strong running. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. It's McDonald. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's McDonald to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make short tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big yardage.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Back to throw. McDonald rolling to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Eagles 14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
Well, I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Rodgers now on first down.
Completion here to Claypool.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Caught by Tremble. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down forthcoming. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Again, it's Dillon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 97 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Eagles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. McDonald. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. McDonald.
He'll check this down, complete to Dillon.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McDonald.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw. McDonald. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Bucs will take over here just shy of the 30. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
88 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. 20. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Rodgers with a keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Aaron Rodgers saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bucs are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. McDonald.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. McDonald.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it would appear that that first round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Call it no gain on the play and it'll be second down. Again, it's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, here's Sermon. Sermon with space, a 1st down, and then some. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. For him to rip off a run like that on 3rd and 10, CD, I guess the defense, they were thinking pass.
Yeah, they definitely were. And when you look at the offensive coordinator, you think, is that courage in play calling? Or is that just absolutely, I have nothing else on my play sheet, let's give this a try. In any event, it worked quite well.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long.
Thank you.